Greetings Titans. Welcome back to my Culinary Titans. It's been a long time since we had a video. But I am back now. In my last video, I have discussed about the mother sauces, but very briefly. This time I will be discussing them broadly. The basic concepts of mother sauces is made clear in my last video. So in this video, I want to tell you more about some of the derivatives of these mother sauces. Let's begin. The Bisomal Sauce. Bisomal is a standard white sauce and one of the 6 mother sauces of classical cuisine. That means it's the starting point for making other sauces, which are called small sauces, or the derivatives of Bisomal sauce. And what a sauce it is! Bisomal is by far the easiest of the mother sauces to make. It is milk-based and the procedure for making it is wonderfully idiosyncratic. I mean, until you've not used whole cloves to pin a bay leaf to an onion, you haven't fully lived in the kitchen. Bisomal is also among the most versatile. While Hollandaise is Hollandaise, and there aren't too many classical variations on it, Bisomal is the source of any number of creamy, cheesy, and velvety sauces. It's so versatile that you'll always have a sauce to serve with fish, seafood, vegetables, and poultry. Now we will keep this video going on by discussing more about Bisomal sauce. So, a traditional Bisomal sauce is made by whisking hot milk into a simple flour butter roux. The sauce is then simmered with onion, cloves, bay leaf, and nutmeg until it is creamy and velvety smooth. The trick is to tack the bay leaf to the onion using cloves. This makes everything easy to remove so you don't have to fish around for bits left in your sauce after straining. Some of the famous around kitchen derivatives of Bisomal will be discussed now. In this, we consider cream sauce on number 1. Saucier is an original classic cream sauce. It is also one of the simplest variations on Bisomal sauce. This one is made by whisking heavy cream into the finished Bisomal and adding a little salt and pepper to taste. You can make the sauce a little more interesting by adding chopped chives or parsley. Not only will it create a nice flavor, but it also adds to the visual appeal of this all-white sauce. Next we have Mornay Sauce. The Mornay Sauce is made by enriching a standard Bisomal sauce with Gruyere and Parmesan cheeses. It's surprisingly similar to making macaroni and cheese from scratch. This Bisomal variation is an ideal accompaniment for vegetables or pasta. It's an excellent choice for chicken or fish as well, and you can play either up with a little stock to create a Vallad Sauce variation. Next is Sabi sauce. For the Sabi sauce, you'll saute onions, then puree them. This is added to the Bisomal. It's a classic cream sauce that you'll want to make for any vegetable dish, though it works just as well with chicken or eggs. You can even use this Aioli sauce for a casserole base, so it's quite handy to know. Next we have Normandy Sauce. Normandy Sauce is a classic seafood sauce. This version is made by incorporating shrimp butter and cream into a basic Bisomal sauce. Traditionally, however, it is made with crayfish. The sauce is delicious with fish and seafood, especially shellfish. Just be sure to get your timing right because it should be served immediately. Since seafood cooks fast, you'll likely want to have your Bisomal ready to be reheated at the last minute. Next is Cheddar cheese sauce. There are many ways to make a cheddar cheese sauce, but one of the best is with a Bisomal base. All you need to do is add grated cheddar cheese, mustard, and Worcestershire sauce. Like the Mornay sauce, this cheddar cheese sauce is great with vegetables, pasta, and fish. Yet, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It works just as well on macaroni as it does on a 5-star dish. These are some of the famous derivatives, though there are more to add. Now, bonus time. Dairy-free Bisomal sauce. Bisomal uses milk and butter, so it doesn't fit specialty diets like those for vegans and people who can't consume dairy products. The dairy-free Bisomal sauce takes care of that issue. You can still enjoy the creamy taste of a Bisomal with soy milk, olive oil, and flour. It's a very simple recipe and a useful white sauce that can be dressed up in many different ways. With this, we close Bisomal sauce for a while, and move to Vallad sauce. Vallad sauce is another relatively simple mother sauce, made by thickening white stock with a roux and then simmering it for a while. The chicken velout is made with chicken stock, which is the most common type of velout. There is also a veal velout and fish velout. Further, these have their own derivatives. Now, we will look at fish velout derivative sauces for a while. There are a few derivative sauces that can be made from a fish velout, which is a velout prepared from fish stock. These are almost always paired with kinds of seafood, obviously, and therefore picking the right sauce that has the right texture and consistency for the dish you are serving is vital. A Bersey sauce is a classic fish sauce that is made from wine, giving it a very nice strong flavoring that complements white fish very well. To make it, sauté 60 g of finely diced shallots or white onions in butter. Then add 250 ml of dry white wine and 250 ml of fish stock. Reduce the mixture by 1/3 and add the fish velout and 300 ml of heavy cream. Reduce to 1 finish with 100 g of butter and garnish with 30 g of chopped parsley and 25-50 ml lemon juice. Now, the Cardinal sauce is the next derivative. A Cardinal sauce is a classic sauce that infuses fish fumet with fish velout to produce a delicious and consistent sauce. In order to make a Cardinal sauce, add 250 ml of fish fumet to 500 ml fish velout and 500 ml bechamel. Reduce this mixture by half and add 500 ml heavy cream and a dash of cayenne pepper. Bring to a boil and swirl in 45 g lobster butter and 30 ml brandy. Cardinal sauce is ready to serve with your dish. Now, next is Normandy sauce. In order to make a Normandy sauce, you want to add 125 g of mushrooms trimmings. Mushroom stems are best, 125 ml of shellfish liquor, let's say oyster, clam or mussel. Shellfish liquor is the liquid contained inside the shells of the shellfish mentioned. Then add 250 ml of fish stock plus 10 ml lemon juice to 1 L fish velout. Reduce by 1/3 and finish with a 3 egg yolk and 250 ml cream liaison. Strain. This is Normandy sauce. Next is Hollandaise sauce, which is made with veal stock. An Hollandaise sauce is a velout that has been altered slightly to provide a unique variation of velout of which many derivative sauces come from. What separates an Hollandaise sauce from a velout is the addition of lemon juice and thickened by a liaison. These additions make the Hollandaise sauce a bit delicate, as it cannot be boiled or it will curdle, requiring a very firm grasp on temperature control. There are several sauces available that are easily produced from an Hollandaise sauce made with a white beef or veal stock velout. They are delicious, rich and complement many meals. All derivative sauces discussed ahead are given for 1 L Hollandaise sauce. The last step for each recipe is to add salt and pepper to taste. So the derivatives of Hollandaise have horseradish sauce on number 1. As the name implies, a horseradish sauce will contain horseradish. Add to your Hollandaise 125 ml of 35% heavy cream and 5 g dry mustard. Just before serving, add 60 g freshly grated horseradish. The horseradish should not be cooked with the sauce at any point as it is just to finish it with. Other derivative of Hollandaise is mushroom sauce. For this just, sauté 125 g of sliced mushrooms in 15 g butter. Add 25 ml of white wine. Add the Hollandaise to the mushrooms, but do not strain. Garnish with 25 g of chopped parsley and chives. Next derivative of Hollandaise is Poulet Sauce. For making Poulet Sauce, sauté 250 g of sliced mushrooms and 15 grams diced shallots in 30 grams butter and add to the Hollandaise sauce. Simmer and then strain, finishing with 15 ml lemon juice and 15 g chopped parsley. Next we have Supreme Sauce or the chicken velout sauce. A Supreme Sauce is similar to an Hollandaise sauce but is created with much simpler ingredients. The focus of the Supreme Sauce is to use chicken stock and chicken velout as a type of stock. The intermediary sauce Supreme is easily produced from a chicken velout and has several derivative sauces that are also easily created. Start by combining the velout sauce and stock and simmer until it been reduced to 2L, stir in the cream and return to a simmer. Adjust seasonings as needed. Strain. Now, let's discuss Supreme Sauce derivative sauces. These derivative sauces are easily made from a supreme sauce and in most cases can be made to order or as needed. The derivative sauce recipes ahead are given for 1 L of supreme sauce. For the Aurora sauce, add 350 ml of tomato sauce and 175 ml of 35% cream. Simmer for 5 minutes, strain and mount with 250 g of butter. The Aurora sauce is ready. Next is the secret to a Hungarian sauce. Sweat 90 grams diced onions and 60 grams butter, then add 15 g paprika and sweat. Add 250 ml of white wine and reduce. Stir in the supreme sauce. Cook for 2-3 minutes, strain and finish with 250 ml cream. This is all about Hungarian sauce. Next is Ivory Sauce. For this just add glace de volaille to supreme sauce 90 g. With this, we close the Vallad sauce and move to the Espagnol sauce. The Espagnol sauce, also sometimes called brown sauce, is a slightly more complex mother sauce. Espagnol is made by thickening brown stock with a brown roux. So in that sense, it's similar to Vallad. The difference is that Espagnol is made with tomato puree and mirepoix for deeper color and flavor. The famous derivatives of Espagnol sauce begins with Mornay sauce. A Mornay French for wine merchant sauce is a classic red wine reduction sauce that is best known as French steak sauce. Much like A1 is the go-to sauce in the US, this is the French culinary equivalent. In the most classic definition of sauce, it is essentially a liquid plus some sort of thickening agent along with other flavoring ingredients. In this case, the sauce is made by reducing dry red wine and chopped shallots and then simmering that in a basic demi-glace. The Mornay sauce is delicious served with roasts and steaks. Mornay is not to be confused with other red wine reduction sauces popularly used in French cooking. There are quite a few, and they often get mistaken for each other since they use similar ingredients like demi-glace, shallots, and often, butter. The most common ones being a Bordelais sauce Bordeaux wine, veal stock, beef marrow and a Bourguignon Burgundy wine, mushroom sauce. Unlike its close relatives, the best wine to use for a Mornay sauce is one with soft tannins like a Merlot or a Pinot Noir. Next is Robert sauce. Sauce Robert is a brown mustard sauce and one of the small sauces, or compound sauces, derived from the classic French demi-glace, which in turn is derived from Espagnol sauce. Sauce Robert is made from chopped onions cooked in butter without color, a reduction of white wine, pepper, an addition of demi-glace and is finished with mustard. It is suited to red meat, specifically pork, typically grilled pork. Next is charcuterie sauce. Charcuterie sauce is a compound French sauce consisting of a base of sauce Robert with a flavoring of chopped gherkins. Its literal translation is sauce of the pork butcher. It is most frequently used with cuts of grilled or sautéed pork. Now next is Lyonnaise sauce. Sauce Lyonnaise is a compound or small French sauce of demi-glace, white wine, vinegar and onion served with small cuts of meat principally for leftovers. With this, we will be moving to the next sauce of the video, that is Hollandaise sauce. Hollandaise sauce is unlike the mother sauces we've mentioned so far, due to a liquid and a thickening agent, plus flavorings. Hollandaise is a tangy, buttery sauce made by slowly whisking clarified butter into warm egg yolks. So the liquid here is the clarified butter and the thickening agent is the egg yolks. Hollandaise is an emulsified sauce, and we use clarified butter when making a hollandaise because whole butter, which contains water and milk solids, can break the emulsion. We will begin the derivatives of hollandaise from Bernays sauce. Bernays sauce is a sauce made of clarified butter, egg yolks, and herbs. The difference is only in their flavoring. Bernays uses shallot, chervil, peppercorn, and tarragon, while hollandaise uses lemon juice. In appearance it is light yellow and opaque, smooth and creamy. Next is Dijon Hollandaise sauce. Dijon sauce is really a very simple variation on Hollandaise sauce made by adding Dijon mustard to a basic Hollandaise. The mustard gives the Hollandaise a nice bit of pungency. This rich, tangy, buttery sauce can be served with vegetables, fish or grilled chicken. The main thing is to pour the melted butter into the egg yolks very slowly. Warming the egg yolks helps the butter to form a more stable emulsion. And of course you can use store-bought mustard, or you can make your own Dijon mustard. Next, we have Faux Sauce. The Faux Sauce is a variation on the classic Bernays sauce made by adding meat glaze, a concentrated reduction of brown stock, to the basic Bernays. This gives the sauce a deep, meaty flavor that complements the tanginess of the Bernays. Like Bernays, the Faux Sauce is typically served with grilled steak, but you can serve it with anything grilled, even fish or vegetables. Next is Cardinal Sauce. At the basic level, you might think of Cardinal Sauce as similar to adding ketchup to mayonnaise to make Russian dressing but served warm. The tomatoes introduce a sweet element to the sauce. Depending on the recipe or your preference, the form of the added tomatoes varies. This recipe keeps it very simple in adding already prepared tomato paste. Other recipes call for making a tomato puree or using diced tomatoes. Some references say that the tarragon and chervil typically used in Bernays sauce are omitted if you are going to use it to make Cardinal sauce. You will need to start with the Bernays sauce, which is an emulsion of egg yolks with melted clarified butter, vinegar, shallots, tarragon, chervil, and peppercorns. If you have a favorite Bernays sauce recipe or method, you can use it, then stir in tomato paste at the end. The fifth mother sauce is the classic tomato sauce. The sauce resembles the traditional tomato sauce that we might use on pasta and pizza, but it's got much more flavor and requires a few more steps to make. The derivatives of tomato sauce begins with Louisiana Creole cuisine. In Louisiana Creole cuisine, there is a tomato sauce known as a Creole sauce. It is similar to Italian tomato sauce, but features more Louisiana flavors derived from the fusion of French and Spanish cooking styles. They both usually contain the traditional holy trinity of diced bell pepper, onion, and celery. Next is Portuguese sauce. The Portuguese sauce is made with garlic, sautéed onions, tomato concasse, and parsley. This hearty tomato sauce is a great choice for your next party or delicious dinner meal. It can be used with many dishes as it is a versatile sauce. Next is Provençal sauce. The Provençal sauce is a fragrant tomato sauce made with sautéed onions, garlic, capers, olives, and herbs de Provence. It's delicious served with meat, poultry, and fish. This recipe also features tomato concasse, which is a fancy culinary term to describe tomatoes that have been peeled, seeded and roughly chopped. The sixth mother sauce is mayonnaise sauce. The invention of the sauce or the name is possibly derived from three different sources: han and meaning to stir, and to referred to the middle of the egg. Mayonnaise is a cold emulsified sauce based on egg yolks. If it is not handled carefully, it will separate, giving a curdled appearance. It constitutes oil, egg yolk, and vinegar or lemon juice. The derivatives of mayonnaise sauce can be started from tartar sauce. The tartar is simply mayonnaise sauce with addition of gherkins, capers, shallots and parsley. There are many variations about tartar, as some people make it with shallots and finely chopped carrots and some lemon juice. Next is cocktail sauce. The cocktail sauce is very much famous and likely to be served with almost every snacks around the world. For making cocktail sauce, take some mayonnaise in a bowl and add tomato ketchup with some Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco sauce, cream and little of lemon juice. Don't forget to add seasoning, that is salt and pepper. Next is sauce vert. The sauce vert or vert sauce is made by adding puree of blanched herbs, spinach, parsley, chervil and tarragon. We need to pass the puree through a fine sieve before adding it to mayonnaise sauce. Next is Aioli sauce. The Aioli sauce is made by adding finely chopped garlic and lemon juice to the mayonnaise sauce. There can be many other variations about every sauce discussed in this video. But with this video, you will get the basic idea. So, with this we do the closing here. This is all about sauces. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to keep getting latest updates. Please give us a little like and keep us encouraged to do more videos like this. You can also suggest me more topics in the comment box. Share it with your friends and get them know about the informative things from my channel. This is all for now. I will see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye Titans.